Welcome into WideSide Sports. Big day today as we have the NBA draft coming up, and we will pick all
I didn't know where you were going. Did you look at my face when you started talking? I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
I know like two fucking players.
There's got to be somebody from Duke and Kansas getting drafted.
I don't know. I don't know that there is. Duke was terrible.
And a few overseas players.
Well, that Wembanyama or Webanibo, whatever. Yeah. He's like 7'5" and plays like a guard. He gets. Yeah. I hear a lot of people talk about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, your face was when I said, when we're going to pick like our draft spectacular.
Like, what the fuck? I'm not prepared.
I'm glad that I laughed because I picture people listening. Well, I'm not fucking listening to this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, though. I don't know. I think I just call it, is it like one Tama to be or something like
that? I've heard it like 90 times today, just like being in the vehicle. And so, wow, just 2 minutes as I was pulling over here, they were talking. It's like Victor Wembanyama. And that could be, and probably is, totally fucking wrong.
Hey, it sounds okay to me.
I don't know where he's from. Yeah. He's not from here.
Yeah.
Obviously. But they say he's like 7'4" or 7'5".
Well, I know who he is.
Plays like a guard.
No, I knew he is. I watched him. I watched him play in like the, what do they have? Like
whatever
those
professional league that he plays in.
Yeah. With clips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, he looks pretty legit, but whatever.
Yeah, I just will regurgitate off the radio of,
nice.
They say it's a 3-player draft. It's this guy. It's this other guy from Alabama that may or may not have been involved in a murder.
Oh, say the murder guy?
Yeah.
He's like the Ray Lewis of basketball.
Allegedly,
yeah, sorry.
And then this other guy who's been playing in the G League, he went to the G League, got a Heisman instead of college. Like, nobody knows who the fuck he is because who's ever seen a G League game?
It's a good point. Good point.
I mean, more people than a WNBA game.
Dude.
But.
Yeah. Dude, the dude from Alabama. All right. So, I don't even know if you remember this because I know you don't watch a whole lot of college basketball. But he, like, let's just say it's a Monday. Charges come out that he may or may not had murdered somebody.
I believe it was he delivered the gun.
Something or other,
something
yes.
like that.
So then that happens on like a Monday, pretend. Tuesday, all the press reports come out. Wednesday, another press report. Thursday, let's just say they play a basketball game. As they announce his name, guess what he does? He gets patted down. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a dumbass. Pretty baller move, but maybe tone it down a bit.
You're going to have the people go, well, I can't believe he's getting drafted. It's like, well, do you have a fucking jumper? Because this kid does.
This kid can shoot. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. That was a good start. I'm glad we had a nice laugh there. That was nice.
Yeah, I thought that was, I had that idea as I was heading over going, I want to see his face when I act like we're going to do this like we do the NFL draft.
Fuck, I couldn't even tell you who picks first. I know there's a lottery.
Spurs. That's
Spurs.
Because I heard it like 3 minutes ago.
Because they're going to pick Wannabe or whatever his name is.
Victor Wannabe.
Yeah, Victor Wannabe. Victor.
I really, really want what I really, really want. So tell me what you want.
I wanna. I really, really wanna. Zig.
Yeah, because the local sports show was on and they were talking about it and they said Spurs. So
Gotcha.
Because you never know who's picking because for some reason the worst team doesn't get a pick first. They have to pick 8th.
Oh, my God.
Because of ping pong ball.
Told him otherwise.
You know, shockingly, hey, here's another really tall guy that's supposed to be a superstar that somehow the Spurs are going to get.
Yes. It's funny. They might as well just do like the old like 8-ball thing when they're picking the lottery because it's stupid.
Well, that was always the thing they said was because I used to pull envelopes. Is when Patrick Ewing was coming out in the Knicks, because the Knicks, they weren't the worst team, but they were in the lottery, that they said that the Knicks envelope was actually kept in the freezer so it was cold.
Oh,
so when they reached in there, they could feel the cold one because they needed him in New York for that market. Like, I fucking buy it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I could believe
I'm not a conspiracy guy, but that seems doable.
Yeah. No, that doesn't seem too far off.
But now it's like some pink. It's a lottery. Like they pull like 7 fucking balls out, and it's got to hit a combination of numbers that means it's yours. And
Well,
I don't know if they have a hot chick doing it, like
the lottery.
Yeah, I assume at least they do in the movies. I don't know.
Remember that Family Guy one? Snowman. That is an 8.
Yeah. Hi.
Nope. 17. No, that is a 17. Yeah, she knows 17.
Get somebody like those Mexican weather girls that are all over the Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Let me turn to the side so you see this ass. Good.
But what we were talking about a little off air before we turned it on was just people stealing the things that we say, and then we get really upset when, somebody takes it and gets a laugh out of it. And there is a restaurant close to my wife's hometown that opened up. It's a barbecue restaurant, and they know the owner, and they don't like the owner. Family thing, they don't like it or whatever, but apparently it's pretty good food.
Fuck. That sucks.
And they don't like him because apparently he had cheated on his wife a bunch of times, and then they know the way where they don't like it. And we're just sitting around
airing this guy's fucking laundry.
I don't know the guy. I don't know this guy at all. It's all apparently. Nobody can prove anything.
Some person in Ireland is going to be like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. So, and I'm kind of upset. I'm like,
get a lot of Ireland downloads.
Yeah, awesome. One, I love barbecue food, and you know what I mean. I want to try it, and my wife's like, no, we're not. No, you can go there, but I'm not going there. I'm like, you can't taste adultery, and it just got a lot of laughs. And I got a lot of laughs. So then she goes back like a couple weeks later. We're at and this is just her and I talking.
Yeah.
And we go back and we're at her family like get together thing, and they're talking about it. And Molly goes, yeah, Seth wants to try it. He says that, or he's like, we can't taste. He said, you can't taste adultery, and everybody starts laughing. I'm like, let me fucking say it. I said it. I came up with it. I took it. I infringed it off a movie line, and I just switched some words around, but I said it. I said it.
Baby, you can't taste it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I took it off of that, and I flipped it around a little bit. I'm like, but don't try to get laughs off of that shit. She'll stake stuff all the time that I'll say here, go say it at work, and then they think she's the funny person at work. I'm like, they don't know.
You'll say, like, just at home or
at
like
home,
here?
No.
No. Like, there's no way she's listening to this.
She don't listen to me inside. She won't listen to this. No, like, I'll just say, random shit that makes her laugh at the house, and then she'll, like, go repeat it at work, and they're like, oh, that's so funny. I'm like, do they know you're not actually funny? Like, do they know that you're stealing the shit?
Are you stealing jokes?
Are you at least quoting me?
Carlos Mencia?
Yeah.
Carlos Mencia?
Yeah.
That was an Arnold Palmer.
We already cracked the beer.
Yeah, I'm already done with that. The mountain was cold.
It was.
I drank it.
Mine's done.
Obviously. It's the only safe one to drink anymore, apparently.
This one was, remember I told you that there was so much leftovers at that came from them. So, thank you. Because typically I don't buy the Coors. Not that I don't mind drinking it, but
because you call it Coors.
Coors.
I only know one guy that drank original Coors.
The banquet beer.
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's a guy I know.
I know a guy who drinks it.
And it's like
only for special occasions.
Because it's banquet beer.
I swear to God. He only drinks it for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm not lying at all. Because if not, he drinks Bud Light Lime.
Dude, that is such a fucking... like, I'll drink any beer, and I'll drink Coors. It ain't my 12th pick. Like, it's not great.
Yeah.
This guy, drink a lot of them, and that's what he drinks.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Just Coors.
But it's only drinking on special occasions.
But then
it's a Bud Light Lime is your go-to.
Oh, yeah. They used
not
to have
a banquet beer. You can buy it this side of the Mississippi now. Exactly. It's not fucking 1950 or whatever.
No, he used to play they used to have a poker night, the day before Thanksgiving. And I remember, and I'm sitting down, and I'm like, dude, what are you drinking? He's like, Coors. He's like, I drink it on Thanksgiving. And I said, why? He's like, because it's like a special occasions beer. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. There's no special occasions beer.
Yeah.
That's not, it's beer. Beer's like an everyday thing that you drink. It's not like wine. People have wine at, at special occasions.
Special occasion. It's called eggnog, motherfucker. That's a special occasion thing. It gives me mucus. Well, it gives mucus because it's fucking eggs.
I hate eggnog.
With some other bullshit.
Typically whiskey or bourbon or
give me
whatever.
The whiskey. I mean, Banquet beer. It's special occasion beer because it's shitty.
I have a funny eggnog milkshake story. You know, McDonald's used to do eggnog milkshakes.
Okay.
Okay. So I've never had eggnog before.
Yeah.
Never had it. So we were in high school, and when I was in school, we had a coach. His daughter was on the girls' team, and he would take us, a bunch of buddies, and drive up there and go watch the girls' games. And he was always notorious for stopping and getting something after the game. So we always prepare for it. Well, it was Christmas time, so the eggnog milkshakes were out at McDonald's. We go through the drive through, and he's like, "You got to get this eggnog one." I'm like, "Fine, I'll try it. I don't even know if I like it." He gets one, I get mine, and there's two people in the back, and one of them gets a vanilla, and the other one gets something else. And we're driving down the road. I take one drink. I'm like, "This shit sucks. Like, this is a waste of my fucking money." And I throw it out the window, and they're all laughing. Ah, dude, the back seat. He's like, "Oh, my vanilla one's so good." I said, "Can I have a drink of that?" He goes, "Yeah." So I just fucking threw it out the window.
If I'm unhappy, you're unhappy.
Dude driving about wrecked the fucking car. Oh yeah, good stuff.
I always love that the throw something out the window, like especially like you drink, like you just throwing the rest of the liquid out.
Yeah,
of like at least twice in my life the fucking window wasn't even down.
Oh shit, that's funny.
And a buddy of mine, we were in high school at the time. We'd get dropped off at the golf course, and we'd just play, and then one of his parents would pick us up.
Yeah.
And, you get at the golf course, you're spitting all the time and stuff like that. And he just, in the front, it was his dad. he just spit and it hit the fucking windshield. Like you just used to spit, and it just got it just hit the fucking windshield. And his dad's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's awesome. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, on the stage of laughing, the last time we did, I had a couple good jokes, and I heard another one, so I thought I'd share it. So, a child molester and a child are walking deep into this woods. And they keep going, and then they're almost to the point where sunlight's no more. And the kid goes, "Geez, mister, I'm really scared." The child molester says, he goes, "How do you think I feel? I got to walk back through this alone." I thought that was pretty funny.
I heard one kid, guy says, "People just don't have a lot of respect for me. Every time that I tell someone I'm in an abusive relationship, they automatically assume that I'm the victim."
That's good. It's good. There was I don't even know what it was, but it was just some guy telling funny jokes on the street, and he goes up to this guy, and it's two guys, and he goes up to this league, and they're talking, and he just goes, he's like, "Yeah," he goes, I had a weird dating concept. I was dating twins, and for the longest time I couldn't tell them apart, and finally I was able to tell them apart, and he looks at his buddy, he goes, "You remember when I was dating those twins?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "You remember how I told them apart?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Well," he's like, "Kelly was a redhead and Jim had a cock."
Dude, that was it was in Australia, and this is not a joke, but
okay.
I thought it was funny as fuck because the lady on the news I think she got fired because it was a white mom, black dad.
Okay.
Had twins.
Oh.
And in very rare circumstances.
Yeah.
One came out white, one came out black.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah.
The fucking lady on the news is like, in a rare event, took after her father and was black, and her sister, what's her name, was white. Good for her.
Oh,
What the fuck? It's like,
Oh, Jesus.
she's like
yeah,
crying.
you're for sure fired.
Well, they fired me. It's like, yeah, you can't. You can't say that.
Have you seen I've seen it on TikTok a couple of times, so I know it's been around, but there's news people are interacting. They're talking about dogs, and he's like, I'm not used to it. I have a small dog. He's like, you're probably used to it because you have a big dog. And the news lady goes, yeah, he goes, like, Kyle has a tiny wiener or has a small wiener or something like that. And, like, the weather guy just starts fucking losing it. And they're like, it's like a triple screen. And she's like, what's so funny? She's like, he just has a small wiener. And, like, the guy's like, he's got, like, these big eyes. He's, like, trying to get it. She goes, oh, and then, like, the clip ends. It's like, yeah, you got to put dog at the end of it.
Those are some of my favorite ones. Is just, like, every country's version of some morning show.
Yes.
And it's always, I want to say it was some British show, and it was an actor that came to Hollywood and got a film role.
Yeah,
and they're interviewing him, and she goes, was it getting this role of going to Hollywood and chasing your dream and actually getting this role? Was it hard for you knowing that you would have to beat off a lot of American actors? Just like, and they both just like, what?
Yeah.
She goes, like, what? Did you not have to beat them off?
Oh, yes. I know you're talking about.
Doesn't get it. Then I'm like,
no. Yeah, I know exactly.
I mean,
I've seen the clip.
He was jerking people off. I don't know.
Yeah. Who was it? I want to say it was like James McAvoy or somebody like that. Yeah.
What?
What?
What are you guys laughing at?
Yeah. Beating off a bunch of American men.
Good morning.
Yeah. Don't have like Mark Normand on your morning show. People found that out.
I fucking love that clip from Cleveland.
Yeah. It's Mark Normand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the thing. Like, there's a bunch of those clips.
Oh, yeah.
From that lady.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like, that's kind of the thing. You go do that comedy club in Cleveland, you go talk to her, and they all try to one up. And she's in on it. She knows. Yeah. Like Bobby Lee going, like, there's some, some epic ones of like, he's just like, can I touch you?
Yeah.
Can I?
Oh, gosh.
I love good comedians.
Oh, yeah. I got a cousin and an uncle were in like this. I found out how you can send TikToks through TikTok now and not like through a text message like we've been doing for a year now.
Yeah, to where you have to just hope it loads because a lot of times it doesn't.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There's been several times where it's like, I'll keep clicking and it's like video not available, or it just won't ever load it.
Oh, that stinks. So we've had a good one so far, but my cousin was like, I don't remember him. He's a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
But just how funny like Mitch Hedberg was.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll send like a bunch of clips, and it's just the shit that he comes up. It's like an old school like like Theo Von.
Yeah.
Just random off the wall shit that makes no sense.
I love all his premises. I don't like him. I don't think he's funny. It like his delivery just isn't.
His delivery's funny to me because I think of him as an idiot.
Yeah.
And so it makes a lot of sense.
But it's just like, I don't know if it's kind of his accent and all of like,
Yeah.
I don't like.
I could see how
the
people
jokes
do.
Are great. Like your premise and your writing skills are amazing. It's just because I put him in like he's with like Dave Attell. Of writing that stuff, but I like Dave Attell's delivery is way better.
Yeah. Dave Attell is funny.
Yeah.
I do like Dave Attell.
That I used to watch that show all the time. He had on MTV. It was like late night with Dave Attell. It was like they'd show him finishing his comedy show, and then he'd just go out and see the fucking city.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, man. Anything new with you?
No, just standard stuff. Working, driving back and forth to work, sleeping.
Yeah. The normal
big
stuff.
cock. I mean.
So, yeah, pretty much everything's the same. Everything's in order.
I mean, yeah, it's massive rooster. Just
almost hit.
Across the street.
Almost
massive cock. I did drive. Where the fuck was I driving? That somebody had like a big statue of a rooster, but I was driving by like, I think because I went and played golf, and I was driving up 75, and I think it was coming off like I seen it in somebody's yard, but I couldn't get the phone to take a picture fast enough. Like, that's a big cock.
Yeah. How many people do you think drive by that thing and take a picture and say it? Because you have to. It's almost like every time it seems like you have to say.
Well, it's just like that Family Guy. It's like when he's visiting the chicken in the hospital. She's like, my wife left me for a bigger cock.
Yeah.
And he comes and goes, that's a big cock. No, just standard stuff, summertime stuff, you know, being super fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Halfway sexy, you know.
I like
shorts on.
80-20 sexy.
Yeah, I'm more sexy than
not sexy.
You know, yeah. Like my personality is not what's cashing checks. I mean, you know, I get out there on the golf course.
Yeah. Start bending over a little bit.
Lot of, you know, cut a cup or something like that. Bend over, get a little ass crack moving.
Yeah. The way they see the way you move those hips and you cut that cup. Hey.
You like this? Yeah. Wait till I stick this pole in this hole.
Oh, man.
No, I did have a thought, though, on I was watching the end of the U.S. Open, which fuck that. Dude,
I didn't like how late it was, to be honest with you.
I understand. Well, we want to get in prime time. It's also a fucking Sunday night.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's okay of like, just have it, because normally golf ends at 6:30.
Yeah.
Have it end at 8:30 or have it end at 9.
Mm-hmm.
The leaders don't need to tee off at fucking 5:30. Tee them off at 4:30.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go to bed, but then he kind of drops that to a one-shot lead of like, it seems like he might fuck this.
Yeah.
So I guess I better stay up.
Yeah.
But just a thought of what has to be going through. Like, he knocks it on the green. They're on 18. 2 putts to win, 60 feet. I mean, that's a fucking...
yeah, that's a hell of a putt.
But I started thinking about, like, when I had my PAT, which is player ability test, for the PGA, you have to play 36 holes in one day, and you have a target score that you have to shoot that or better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on 18, and I am clear of that score. Like, and 18 was a par 3. Knock it on the green, about a 20-footer. You know, 2 putts, no problem.
Yeah.
3 putt, no problem. 4 putt, problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit my putt up there. It's like 3.5 feet. And then it's like, all right, you know, 2 putts from here, no big deal.
Yeah.
And it fucking lips out and spins out to like 2.5 feet. Of
God.
like, and now this is of like, hey, if I don't make this one, I gotta fucking do this again in like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it, but it's like that
pressure
and that fucking thing meant nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, this is the U.S.
Hey,
Open.
you have to fucking, you know, shoot this score or whatever to have your fucking job. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, this is fucking the U.S. Open and $3 million of like.
Yeah.
Even that, like, he lags that up there to a foot or so of like.
You're starting to shake in your pants a little bit.
You know, it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like how my favorite part of the Open was the things I heard all week where they're trying to make LACC or whatever, trying to make this a very hard course. And then two dudes come out and shoot like the record. But both Fowler and Clark both shot a 62, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Well,
super, super tough.
And I knew it was going to be a problem from the beginning. Just seeing it on Thursday. Obviously, I'm in this business. I know what shit looks like. As soon as I seen that golf course, it was like, this isn't going to be hard at all. It's green.
Yeah.
It's not. Now,
yeah.
You could see, like on Sunday, it was finally starting to dry out. And like you can see it in the greens, like that, not brown, but kind of that grayish kind of tint that you'd have spots that have that. That's wilt.
Okay.
Which is okay. I mean, that is, you know, at the end of the day, your plant has just ran out of water.
Gotcha.
You know, and you splash it with some water, it pops right back up. That's what that should have been starting to look like on like Thursday.
Yeah.
But they watered during that week. And you get in LA, humidity's up, and you get that marine layer.
Yeah.
You can't evaporate the water out. So it's that adage of, hey, it's always easier to put it on than it is to take it off. And if you put too much on it,
can't get it up. Yeah.
Because you've seen that on Sunday scores started going like a U.S. Open.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what was it? Fowler, he kind of shit the bed on Sunday, but it wasn't
that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Guy shit. Yeah. I'm just happy Rory lost.
Same
I fucking
here.
hate that fucking guy.
Too.
I'm tired of hearing about him.
Oh, my God. He's annoying.
I hate Liv. I hate it. It's like, okay, well, you're going to be taking the same money that you were bitching about those fucking guys.
Yeah.
So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad he lost. I hope he never wins
I hope he gets hit by a fucking car.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He walks like he's got...
Oh, well, dude, he's going to have hip problems if he keeps walking like that.
I mean...
He just tries to shake his ass for us viewers.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
No.
Your shirts are too tight.
Oh, God, yeah.
It just seems...
No, okay.
Not that... But it seems uncomfortable. Like, I understand it's that athletic fabric and shit.
There's nothing athletic about a tight cloth.
But, like, when you're swinging, it feels like it would tug on your fucking arm. And that's just uncomfortable to me.
Oh, yeah.
Of like,
no, I'm with you. I like a nice loose,
be a little loose around your arms.
Yeah,
and it's tight around his arms. Of like,
dude, I have this one. I like to wear it when I golf, but I also hate it because I forget. I'm like, oh, it looks nice. I'll wear it, but it's tight around my shoulders.
Yeah,
like when I put my hands on the club,
fat guy in a little coat,
basically. Yeah, and I'm like, God damn it, why did I wear this?
Yeah,
not that it really would affect my outcome of my game, but I'm like, this is annoying. So I had to like pull it up a little bit and.
But every time like he hits a bad shot, probably his shirt was too tight.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't look. It's like when you unbutton your top button and it fucking stretches apart open, like your next one might pop.
A little tight.
Your shirt's a little fucking tight.
A little tight,
now.
buddy. Yeah, but he seems like the only one who has it that tight. Because everybody else, there's like a little, there's a little bag at the belt line, and
I'll tell you what, well, this is
imagine
the style
if Shane Lowry
now.
had that. Okay, people would say something.
Oh yeah, people have something to say.
Yeah,
but it's like, go look at the most dominant decade of golf you've ever seen. Tiger Woods.
Tiger's loose clothes.
That shit was so fucking baggy.
In some '90s clothes, man.
But
what is it? He had that red Nike, like almost like a turtleneck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about that he wore?
Dude, that was such a massive fucking deal because it was him. The first one that wore that was David Duval.
Okay.
Just that mock neck.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't a collared. Dude, that was such a fucking controversy.
Really?
Among golf courses.
Huh.
Is that acceptable? It's not a collared shirt. Should he be allowed to wear that?
Mm.
Everybody says like Tiger's like, no, it was David Duval to start with.
Yeah.
Of like, get off your fucking.
Yeah.
Let's stop with this shit.
I'm going to take your money so you can.
Now, I will say one thing, like with the live thing and stuff, that just gets me. Like, I don't care about your shirt. I mean, tuck your shirt in. Because you just kind of, that's like any professional sport.
Yeah.
Tuck it in. Because it
makes you look
professional.
Mm-hmm.
But if the PGA Tour would allow them to wear shorts, that just looks so stupid.
Uh-huh.
It's because I've only seen golfers in pants.
Yeah.
Of like, I don't want to see you playing in shorts.
Yeah, well, that's like the that Full Swing on Netflix, the documentary. All their practice stuff that they're really showing. They're in shorts, and I'm like, this looks funny. Like you're not used to seeing those guys.
It's
in shorts.
only been a handful of years that they're allowed to wear shorts in practice rounds.
It was just them practicing.
Yeah, but I mean,
okay.
Like on a Wednesdays or pro-am days, but
Tuesdays.
on Tuesdays they can wear shorts while they're playing.
Gotcha.
And it's like that was never like you wore.
Yeah, what you were
PGA
wearing.
Tour attire. Yeah. I mean,
that's funny.
It's like I can't wear this, but Payne Stewart wore those knickers.
Yeah,
and that was okay.
Yeah,
but me not having this collar.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. One thing I don't miss about golf attire is that goofy ass fucking hat that Shambo would wear. Like,
also, Payne Stewart.
Oh, would he wear that too?
Yeah, that was his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad that's kind of gone. I didn't really. I tried one time, and I'm like, I look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Just I was like, it's a golf hat. I'll try it on. You have to be a certain kind of
like
jackass.
Bryson now looks okay in it, and 2 years ago looked okay. When he went in his bulk up, hey, I'm tubby.
Yeah,
you look like a jackass in that hat. Now that he's given up on that and thinned out,
actually
back to normal,
trying to play golf.
Back to it looks okay. That's one of those things of like, I was just trying to. I bulked all this up. I gained 50 pounds, put on a bunch of muscle so I can hit it further. And it's like, well, Rory still knocks it by you.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously,
you need a tighter shirt.
Yeah, it's that spring effect that he's getting. That motherfucker's cheating.
Yep,
He's got elastic.
That's that drive
That's why he's speeding so hard.
it.
But LA Country Club, I mean, obviously it's a nice course, but it's just, you know, their thing is that the fairways are too wide because they're going to hit. I mean, now that, you know, the bad shots happen.
Yeah.
But you give a tour player a 40-yard fairway, they're going to fucking hit it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just what it is.
Happen.
Is what they do for a living.
Yeah.
But I just love the stories about people just think of like the whole Hollywood thing. Like, you are not allowed. You can't be a member there.
Yeah.
If you're an actor or anything to do with the entertainment business, not allowed to be a member here.
And it's funny that's a thing. Is there a reason why, or just to try to keep it just to the to the person?
Business owners, politics. That's Riviera Country Club, where they play another tour event, which they just announced is getting the U.S. Open in 2031 or whatever.
Gotcha.
That is where like the actors and stuff join because they're not allowed to join LA Country Club. Well, the one thing was fun. I think they told it on the broadcast that, you know, obviously you have to be presented for membership.
Yeah.
Like somebody has to sponsor you. And a guy sponsored a guy that was in the entertainment business. They denied him and then kicked the guy out for sponsoring him.
Yeah.
Like, we don't allow, get out.
Wow.
Like you can't join that place. Like, it's, that's one, like, you got to be family. You got to be, I think it's like the only actor that was ever a member there was Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay.
He was also the president. So it was, and the governor of California.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those things of like, okay, he's in, he did some spaghetti westerns, but that's it.
Yeah. Turd.
But I was shocked at the end at the trophy presentation. They gave because they started doing that thing where they give the superintendent an award. It's like, when they do that, it's such a stupid thing. Just give it to the fucking guy and don't go, we designed this award to give it away for somebody that has done this in golf with the, you know, agronomy or whatever. It's like, just give it to the fucking superintendent.
Yeah. He's worked.
Stop acting like it's some national. It's going to the guy that presented this fucking golf course. But I was shocked at how young the guy was.
Oh, was he a young guy? I didn't watch the presentation.
I'd say he's late 30s, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Or 40s.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Good for him. You know, you're thinking 50s,
Older,
60s, guy been around there for, because that's got to be, that guy's got to make fucking $900,000 a year. That superintendent.
Yeah.
$1 million, close to.
Wow.
I mean,
that's pretty awesome. Good for him. I mean,
but you got to fucking live in LA too.
Yeah.
So
you gotta have to. Yeah.
I know I met a guy out in California. Fuck, he's making $800,000 a year
Doing superintendent stuff.
Yeah, but it's like,
yeah,
I had to sell my fucking house and I live in a fucking camper.
Yeah.
I mean, because it sold my house for $3 million and I just live in,
for what a country club superintendent
I pay
is here.
$60,000 to live in a camper at this fucking campground.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, when you think about it like that, it's like, oh, they make nice money, but it's like, but they don't make any money. It's going everywhere else.
Like, it's not like he's a fucking teacher.
No, I know.
But it's like, but again, on those shows, the fucking teachers, man, they're always buying like $3 million houses.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a teacher and I teach art to inner city kids. Our budget is $1.4 million. I was like,
dude, some of those like remodel house, like they actually quit saying what the people did because there were so many like
there's
memes
no fucking
and shit.
way.
There's no way. Like, I remember the one guy was like a scientist of specific reptiles.
Yeah.
And his budget was like $2 million. I was like, who?
That is, you're at a school.
Yeah.
That's
what do you mean?
Are you doing?
You're the biology teacher is what you meant. Like, what do you mean? $2 million.
Well, that was my buddy that I don't put personal information out there. We've mentioned him before. His brother-in-law and his sister and his brother-in-law were professors at like Illinois.
Okay.
And, he was, I think, in the pharmacy division, and he got like the dean job for a pharmacy college in LA.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's like they always say the school here is a top pharmacy school, which it is not.
Yeah.
That one is. and his he went from making like $80,000 a year to $800,000 a year.
Jesus.
And
Jesus.
Their house that they had to get was like $1.2 million, and it was like a quarter of the size of their house in Illinois. He's like,
oh my God.
I make this, but it ain't.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, and that's like an hour away from, like, I have to drive an hour every day because anywhere closer to where the school is.
Yeah.
Because it's a massively expensive school.
Yeah.
Like, anywhere closer to this is like fucking $3 million for a shack of like, well, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't swing that.
I make $700,000 a year,
That's
800
crazy,
or whatever.
though. That's crazy.
Forget about that. Like,
I only make $800,000 a year, but I can't afford
barely
my
survive.
house. Yeah.
But it's like, you forget about, obviously, with where we live, just how fucking cheap it is.
Yeah.
Like, it costs nothing to live here.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you think, like, you do a little traveling or go somewhere else. It's like, yeah, our gas maybe $3.50.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go to some other states, it's like $5
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it ain't that fucking
Well,
bad.
just even like Columbus. Like my cousin lives in Powell, and his wife and him make very, very good money. And his daughters are into like horseback riding and stuff like that. And he was up here.
They must make money because that's a fucking weird thing to.
Yes. And like,
Into
his wife had one growing up, so it's kind of, passed it on. So,
Jesus.
There's like 9 horse farms around them, and he was thinking about just getting them one and then keeping it at one of these barns. And he was up here for like a family get together, and he asked my aunt, he goes, hey, do you know anybody who sells horses? Because she's in like the farm.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. She goes, good, because I'm not buying a Dublin horse. He's like, yeah. He goes, I can't afford a Dublin horse. He's like, I'll buy a Hardin County horse. I'm not buying a Dublin horse. He's like, he goes, it's absolutely crazy. I'm like, yeah, I can imagine. He's like, yeah, no, there's no way I'm doing that.
So we just need to buy a horse here and then take it down there. Hey, I gotta. He was set up in the parking lot of fucking Max and Irma's. You know, that's his fucking horse. $50,000.
Yeah. No, he's like, yeah. He goes, there's no way in hell. No way in hell. But just that stuff. He's, you know.
Well, that was the guy that he was my FootJoy rep, and he moved. He was from Boston. Like, he worked for Titleist FootJoy, Acushnet, is what it used to be called. And he worked they were based out of Boston.
Okay.
And he worked at the main place. So he took this sales job, came to Ohio, and he bought it, moved to Dublin. And I was like, hey, man, that's pretty expensive. He goes, I had a 1,200 square foot house in Boston. I was like, oh, yeah. He goes, I sold that, and it paid my mortgage off of that house, and then took the rest of that and paid cash for a house in Dublin. Like, it's not
expensive.
It's fucking nothing.
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, like, you get into a massive city like if you live in an okay neighborhood, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah. It's like, you lived on that, and the country club that he lived on in Dublin. It's like, oh, so like you had like an house in Boston and just fucking paid for this one with the leftover.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing fine, buddy.
So I always loved that those guys come, because they'd the reps would always be, because Titleist, which was weird, because it was like you'd have a Titleist rep and you'd have a FootJoy rep. Well, it's owned by the same fuck company. Now they've combined it to where one guy handles it.
Yeah.
But it's like the easiest fucking job. You're going to golf course going, hey, how many Titleist golf balls do you want?
Yeah.
Because you're going to fucking buy them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's
that
like,
would be an easy job. Yeah.
Like, you got to the point where, we've had some good reps, but then it got to the point where you get, like, we weren't ever a big enough account for them, because they would be the Northern Ohio reps. So fucking Columbus through all of North. I mean, fucking, 1,500 golf courses or whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't sell enough, so you just get them on the phone once in a while. But the other guy used to be, we weren't a massive account, but nobody else knew what we knew, because obviously Scotty Cameron putters is a thing too. My buddy George, big Scotty Cameron guy.
Yeah.
So they release like specialty putters like 4 times a year.
Oh, okay.
There's one called a My Girl that he started making when he had his daughter. And once a year, he'll make a special putter.
Yeah.
And your reps will get like one.
Oh.
To set that, like they only make like fucking 100 of these. It's like, So they'd get one, and nobody ever knew that. So we just got all of them. It'd be like, we'd buy it for fucking $300, sell it for $1,000.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's awesome.
And then he moved back to Texas. Like, well, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a fucking wicked game, man. The putter game.
Oh,
like
God.
George is like, he kills it.
Yeah.
But just the amount of money.
For
He
putters.
sent me this thing. It's a this guy that he's been in contact with over the years, probably has done business with, sold some putters and stuff. This guy started an auction, and it's basically it's a golf auction, and it happens once or twice a year.
Okay.
And it's a consignment. You just take pictures of your shit.
Yeah.
You send it to him, and he'll say, okay, yes or no or whatever, and then they'll put it up. And
Yeah.
I mean, like fucking be like a Tiger Woods game used putter. Fucking $85,000.
Jesus.
There's a putter on there and went for fucking 2010 or something like that. It was it was like one of Tiger's putters that he fucking won an event with.
Jesus Christ.
Like fucking shirt.
Yeah.
And like a lot of Tiger stuff's going way up now because I think everybody's came to the realization like this motherfucker ain't ever going to win again.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah. Like I got some buddies that are like big Tiger dick riders, which I like Tiger.
Yeah.
But they don't want to admit of like the motherfucker can't walk.
No, yeah.
Well, I think he'll get better. It's like
No.
That's nerve damage.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't come back.
He's not any better.
That doesn't work.
No.
He can't walk.
Yeah.
Well, but he can get around Augusta because he knows it so well. That's the worst place because it is impossible to walk.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't fucking play.
No. Was it last year at the Masters when he slid down that?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I thought I was going to throw up.
He's like, well, he made the cut this year. Yeah, but he's 15 shots off the lead, and then he withdrew because he couldn't fucking walk.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh, my goodness.
Like, you give him time to get better.
No.
Not getting better.
Not getting better.
Not getting better.
And he's not.
They
he's not
almost
getting
had
younger.
to cut his fucking leg off.
Yeah, no shit. That's not getting better. Imagine him going out there with one leg and making the cut.
Yeah.
That'd be some shit, wouldn't it?
They say, well, but when he says at home when he's in a golf cart, he shoots. It's like, yeah, because he's not walking.
Yeah, no shit.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. Him and Daly should get in the golf cart together.
Yeah. That would be interesting, the thing that he's doing with the PGA Tour. They built this building.
Who?
It's going to be a Tiger and them. Like when this whole live thing came in and then the PGA shit out all this money that nobody questioned where it came from.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll just here's $20 million. Here's another 30 of like, well, where'd this money come from? Well, you just had it and it didn't go. Okay.
Yeah.
You just pulled that out of your ass. Okay.
Yep. Nope.
Players the purses couldn't go up, but you just fucking had the, okay. But they built a building that it's going to be like a primetime thing. It'll be like Tiger and like Justin Thomas, like the big shots.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be like, have like a crowd and they'll play on a simulator.
Oh, okay.
But they also built like a greens complex with like bunkers and stuff. So like you'd hit your drive and stuff, but then you actually hit like 40-yard approaches in and you play in on this fucking that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
I mean, I'll watch it once.
Yeah.
And then never again.
Yeah,
but
I'll watch it to see
it'd be
if
cool.
it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that would be something.
Something.
Yeah, that'd be something.
But it's like, we'll come up with this for Tiger. It's like, you should have taken that $800 million fucking dollars that they offered you and then just say, I'll take the $800 million, and I have to ride a cart.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Have you ever played on a simulator?
I've hit shots on a simulator.
Dude, it's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. It is absolutely, it's hard. And not like that. Not that
Well, the
golf's
short game's hard.
Yeah. Not that golf's easy for me anyway, but just, I played on the simulator like 3 times in my life. God damn.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. The putting, just like, it doesn't matter how hard you tap that screen, it just shoots the fucking ball out. Damn it.
They just set this up. Anything within 15 feet's fucking good.
Yep.
I mean,
exactly.
Well, and you get to those like little finesse wedge shots of like, well, I'll make this swing. And it's like, well, you just hit that 190 yards.
Yeah.
Like, what? I didn't.
Damn it. No.
I only swung like 12 mile an hour.
Yeah. We were playing one and we just started like using our hands to see like how sensitive it was. And like we would just like toss it on the screen and 70 yards. It's like, there's no way it went 70 yards.
Now, long game, like I could nuke a fucking driver on a simulator.
Yeah. Yeah. I played in the one like this is right down the road.
Yeah.
There. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. Yeah.
You know?
We've it was raining one day and they were playing down there and
my brother has one. And I hit a few shots on it when he first got it, and I haven't been down there we watch football when I'm down there normally.
Yeah, normally. Yeah.
But the other one that I hit on was when we had the golf themed bar that was fucking downtown.
Oh yeah,
it was a weird spot for a golf themed bar with a simulator.
Yeah,
it was an Asian rub and tug joint next door.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're thinking golf was going to fucking work down here, but obviously it didn't.
Makes total sense.
And they moved.
Yeah.
To a closed down Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And they no longer have a golf simulator. But we'd sit in there, drink beers, and they had it, set up for like the driving range or whatever. You just hit balls. And he never charged us because we are who we were. But
yeah, we're people.
You want to have a golf outing with us?
Yeah.
Then we're hitting free shit here, man. To the point one of my buddies went next door to the pawn shop and bought a fucking set of golf clubs to come in to play 9. While we're drinking.
That's funny.
Hey, where'd he go? I don't know. He comes walking in with the golf clubs. He's like, you have those in your car? No, I bought them at the pawn shop next door. Like $50 or whatever. All right.
That's funny. So I was trying to find something new to watch, and HBO came out with this new show. I saw it on Twitter advertised, and so I was like, okay, I'll see it, because they don't usually put out bad stuff. And then whoever did this one did another HBO show that I like. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. The premise of it is basically it's a famous singer, and it's just like her life and like scandals and things like that.
Okay.
First episode, she's like butt naked 90% of the episode. I'm like, okay, well, I don't believe this is true. Like, there's no way that there's no way a famous singer is this naked all the time. I just don't believe that. And the 10 minutes in the episode, the whole episode is premised about her mental health and how she'll react to this picture that somebody leaked of cum on her face on Twitter. And I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. Like, what are we watching? What is this? Is this important? I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I ended up finishing the episode. I'm like, this makes no sense whatsoever. It's like, how far can we take it so we can still put it on TV? That's basically all I've gotten from this show.
That was, I think I know what show you're talking about. Like, I've seen
it's
shit
called
on
like Idol or something like that.
I've seen shit on, like, I'd see it on Twitter, and I thought it was like American Idol.
Oh.
And then you kind of catch a clip or whatever, and then I thought I seen something where they're like, they don't know that there's going to be a season 2.
I don't know why. I don't know how.
I mean, you start 5 minutes in about cum on the face. I mean, that's where do you go from there.
Where do you go? Yeah, I was like, really? That's the premise of this episode?
And I get it. Like, that's an HBO like, you got to lock them in with the nudity. That's a fucking Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Orange is the New Black. That first season of that is just fucking tits.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm in.
It makes sense because you probably never watched Euphoria. That's like no. But it's the same dude who did this, and Euphoria, it's kind of the same way. There's, get you drawn in with all Sydney Sweeney naked, so everybody's gonna watch that.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you should. You should know who that is. It's a good looking lady. And I'm like, okay, so Euphoria is good. It's fucking just out of bounds.
It's like
it's
drug type shit, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, I like it. I'll watch this. But yeah, no, I'm not watching episode 2. But it's crazy to me because it's their Sunday night.
Yeah.
9 p.m. show that they're airing.
This is our shit.
This is this is Sunday night HBO TV, and I'm like, holy shit.
Because that was like HBO fucking bangers, man. Like they had one. It was called Hung.
Oh yeah, I watched Hung. Yeah,
and it was just never as good as it should have been.
No.
Like, they would get to a point. It was like, oh, this is gonna give you a fucking, and then it would just be a letdown.
Yeah,
of like, this could have been such a great fucking show.
Oh yeah, yeah. To me, it wasn't
teacher with no money and a big cock, and this girl that wants to be his pimp.
Yeah, it's got to be funny. It just never hit the level of comedy that it should have been. But you also didn't have funny people playing those parts.
No,
I think that was part of the problem. I mean, fucking, you can't have Punisher as the teacher with the big cock.
Yeah,
I mean, that's when I see him, I only think of the Punisher.
Yeah. You're going to take this cock.
Yeah. That Deep
You
Blue
killed
Sea.
my family.
Yeah.
Take this cock. I had a problem with that one, the fucking John Travolta. And I like John Travolta, but him as the bad guy. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Not him as a bad guy in the sense of other people does shit for him.
Yeah.
Okay. But he's not, there's no way he's a badass. He's not killing, he's not throwing his wife over the bridge into a train.
Especially at that stage of his career. Like, you look pretty soft.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Vincent D'Onofrio when he played Kingpin. Like, I believe that he would bash somebody's fucking skull in.
He's a great
He's a massive guy,
too.
I
loved him. I think he's back to Kingpin whenever they do the
he
Daredevil
was fucking
one.
great.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that. But then you get over to this and be like, come on.
Yeah.
Like somebody else.
Oh, yeah. I had never watched, I don't know if you ever watched it either, but it's like the cartoon Spider-Man, like Into the Spider-Verse.
I've heard of it.
It's actually good.
I've heard people say it.
It's actually fantastic. And I only watched it because my 2-year-old loves Spider-Man and saw it and goes, let's watch that. And it is absolutely great. And then the second one is like in theaters now. I'm like, man, I can't wait till that one comes out. I want to watch it.
I've heard a lot of people say it's super good.
It was. I was shocked because it's basically, I mean, it's Spider-Man. So it's all the same shit Spider-Man has. And it's just the telling of the different Spider-Mans and different verses. So like you get like, this one, and then there's like the woman Spider-Man and all this other cool, and then like all the villains are in it. And it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I haven't heard much from Flash.
No, I did hear that. It went worse at the box office than Black Adam.
Did it?
Yeah, it flopped.
I mean, it looked fucking good.
It looks awesome.
I mean, are people just because that kid kept kidnapping people and getting arrested?
Maybe.
I mean, is that...
Dude, he walked the red carpet. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Yeah, there was like a video of him like getting out and like walking in. And I'm like, he actually went to the premiere?
Didn't you abduct somebody?
Yeah, it's like the next apartment
over. Arrested
over.
like 3 times in Hawaii in like a fucking week. And then the next week it was like, you abducted this girl and took her to Massachusetts. I'm like, what the fuck?
The hell? Yeah. But opening box office weekend, it did worse than Black Adam.
Which I don't know. Is less than 100 million?
Oh, no. But it's less. I think it hit like 350 million.
Okay, so it's successful.
Successful, yeah. But I think they dropped like almost like 900 into the movie.
What?
Something crazy like that. Like it's like they. Now this was like a fan thing, like the reasoning behind it. And the reasoning is the true DC fans want the Snyderverse back, and they're boycotting it because they don't like the way James Gunn is going.
Well, like, this movie wasn't 9 fucking hours. I don't like it.
I mean, there's no way he could release. That's why it was on HBO, because he couldn't release the 5-hour movie in a theater. But again, who the hell's going to theaters anymore?
Right.
Quit doing the box. Let's wait till put it on a streaming service and see how well it does.
Well, that's what I was watching something because I was talking about Kreischer about obviously that movie flopped.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy in a theater. It was never going to do well. Did like 9 million or something like that. And the guy's like, so I assume it's going to be on streaming in a week.
Yeah.
And then after I watched that, I was watching something else, and then a fucking commercial popped up. It was like, coming to streaming next week. The Machine.
Yeah, I was. The Flash looked awesome.
Yeah,
it did. I was like,
Michael Keaton's in it as Batman.
Yeah. As soon as it comes to the thing that I have, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
The thing with me with the streaming, if you want to put it out to streaming and you want to have us to pay for it,
okay,
don't make it $30. Make it the same price that the ticket would be at the movie theater. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me.
You watch it with your friend.
Yeah.
We didn't make any money there. So,
yeah, exactly.
Like, they would have made more money with that Machine movie if they would have released it for $5 on Bert's website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would have done way better.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
Put it on there for $5. Yeah.
And I'm sure you showed all the funny parts in the fucking preview.
I'm sure you did
had
too.
to, because it was a minute and a half of all the comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see the new trailer for the Kraven the Manhunter?
No, and I don't know who that is.
I didn't know who it was until people talked about it. It's another Marvel anti-hero, but it's a Spider-Man villain.
Okay.
He's not a bad guy, but he's not a good. He kills, so he's not a good guy. You know. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It looks like it's supposed to be like supposed to be rated R, so there's like, cool action in it, and not just like knocking somebody out. He's actually like ripping throats and stuff.
We don't kill here.
Yeah.
We knock them out, and then they get up and murder 30 other people because we wouldn't do the fucking job.
that John Cena, that Peacemaker one. Batman's a bitch. You know how many lives you got to save if you just put the Joker in the ground?
Yeah. He killed so many people.
I did read they're writing a season 2 for that.
That was funny.
It was great. And he's just a made up character. He's not even a real person.
Like that, obviously the first time you see the opening dance is funny, and then it's just too much after that.
It was funny.
But that first episode where he goes back to fuck that girl, and like that whole
he yells, America is coming.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, all right, well, this is going to be something.
Oh, it was funny. And then the dude who was like his sidekick, Jesus Christ, that dude was funny.
I don't remember what he said, but when they were hiding in the tree and he's like, don't kill her. And he's like, and he said, I don't even remember what he said, but I laughed so fucking hard. I don't even remember what it was because the cop lady was walking through and he's like, don't kill her.
Don't kill her.
He's like, don't. And he said something.
Yeah, he said something else back. Yeah.
It was one of those ones where I think I rewound it a couple times just to hear it.
It's like, it's either the first or second episode where John Cena is like scoped in on like the governor's family. Yeah. And they want them to like kill him, his wife, and his 2 kids. And he's like, I just can't kill kids. And it's supposed to be just him and like the other lady.
Yeah.
And you hear the sidekick guy from like a bush goes, I'll kill all the kids. He's like, what are you doing here?
Well, like the one thing that caught so much shit and still does is because the lady is James Gunn's wife.
Oh, that's James Gunn's wife?
I believe it is.
Oh, good for him.
Because that was like, well, he just cast his wife and everything. Of like, it's a side character. Who fucking cares?
She's not in the comics at all.
This isn't real.
Yeah, this is a movie.
Oh, you mean my wife's an actress and I'm not going to fucking cast her in a show that I'm running?
Everybody loves Leslie Mann. It's Judd Apatow's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny. She put her in stuff.
Shouldn't have had her in that. I did watch, I think it was on Paramount maybe, that Rabbit Hole with Kiefer Sutherland.
I don't know.
It's good. It's about corporate espionage. Like he's a corporate espionage guy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good show.
Is it?
Now it gets a bit much because like you got to fucking pay attention. So sometimes it's a little tough because I'll zone out a little bit of like.
I didn't know Kiefer Sutherland still acted.
Yeah, like he's one of those guys. He's in it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
I like a lot of this.
He won me over with like fucking Young Guns back in the day. Yeah. I mean, come on. I've never seen an episode of 24, but people like it. So
I've never seen an episode of 24 either.
I don't like the premise.
Yeah.
There's 24 episodes. It represents an hour of each. Well, he didn't take a shit in any fucking episode. Never got caught in traffic. Never
I've
nothing.
Never seen him eat anything.
Driving around L.A. like it's fucking nothing.
This sounds really bad, but I liked Kiefer Sutherland in A Time to Kill when he played like. It's tough. It's tough to play that. It's tough to play that character.
100%.
It is. It's tough to play that role. The great movie, fantastic movie. Tough to play that role.
Yeah.
Really tough to play that role.
Really tough to play that role.
Dude, I'm still in shock.
Fucking favorite character.
Yeah. It's not my favorite character. That's the first movie I remember seeing him in, though.
Yeah.
Was that movie.
Well, that's one of those things, too, of like, you got to be like a certain level actor to play that fucking role.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, you can't just have some.
Dude, I'm still in shock that the guy, the bad guy in Iron Man 2 is the rapist from the Green Mile. That's Sam Rockwell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's completely different look in each one. Oh, yeah.
Like Sam Rockwell, I like his shit.
Him too.
I mean,
he's got that.
I love that. It's like he always not in the Green Mile. Mm-hmm. But he's like, he always fucking dances.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, in Iron Man, he comes out on the stage, does a dance, and because he was in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, he did one in that Psychopath movie.
Yeah. There's one, I can't remember what fucking movie it was, but him and a buddy, like they worked at like one of those like museum things, like a old timey farm like a colonial farm kind of thing. Like people go and watch and they kind of tell you, this is how the blacksmith does, you know.
Okay.
But he was like a grifter. Like and his thing is he could put a piece of meat in his throat to start choking. And his thing was like you'd find a rich person to save you.
Yeah.
And he said it's weird because when somebody saves you, they'll do anything for you because they feel like you know, somehow they owe you.
Uh-huh.
So he'd get money from these people after they saved his life. They'd give him the Heimlich. And
Jesus.
And I just remember this one part, like his buddy was in love with this girl that worked at the farm.
Is it called Choke?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I looked it up.
And it was just like the buddy was in love with this girl, and then like they'd always talk about it. And then like he came in, and that girl was blowing Sam Rockwell like in a fucking haystack or something like that. It's a good movie.
That sounds
funny.
That's a good funny one. He's in
that
one.
was back in the day. I want to say when like Netflix was still DVD driven. Of like because I had a time where I could watch like 9 movies a week.
Yeah.
Especially in the wintertime.
Uh-huh.
And that, you know, like, hey, this pops up. Because their algorithm before streaming was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
what
like you
ordered.
get suggested. You know, of like, hey, their suggestion, I'm going to watch it. So it must be because they've seen. Now you got to take the time to rate them.
Yeah.
But it was fucking great.
Mm-hmm. The one he's in, it won a lot of awards, but I think it's called like 3 Billboards something in Missouri. I don't know. It's actually a really, really good movie.
Oh,
like a drama.
Like I won
He's
like an Oscar.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. He's like a racist sheriff in it, and it is fucking hilarious. So Woody Harrelson's like the sheriff, but he's got cancer and he ends up dying. Well, like on the day that he's dying, these billboards got put up by a mom whose daughter went missing, and she just feels like they're not doing enough to find her, basically. Well, the day Woody Harrelson dies, he's all like in a panic and fret, you know, upset and everything. Well, he goes over to the dude who owns the billboards and sold him this lady and just beats the fuck out of him and like throws him out a window. It's just so random. It's so random. Oh God. It was actually was a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
But no, it was just funny. Just like him, he's got like a Southern accent and he plays an idiot and he lives at home with his mom. Oh, fuck. It's funny. Oh, it's funny.
I love randomness in movies. Like Tarantino was a perfect one. When they accidentally kill the guy in the fucking car because they hit the train tracks, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't mean to shoot
him. And a motherfucker's brains
you
out
hit
of
a
it.
fucking bump. Bam.
Yeah, bam. No, he is good about the randomness in his stuff. Yeah. Good.
And I was reading, obviously, because Oppenheimer is out.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bunch of things on Twitter. People are like, man, it's like a horror movie. It's like, you realize it's a story about building a bomb that wiped 2 fucking cities off the map.
Yeah.
It's a fucking horror story.
Yeah. What made you think it was? What did you think it was going to be? Like a cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What the hell? It's What do you mean?
Yeah.
People are idiots. I don't think people think before they watch something.
This is just, it was heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a massive fucking war.
Yeah.
And we dropped one in white. I mean, not decimated. That's a bad word to say because they didn't reduce it by 10. They fucking flattened it.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later said, well, you're not surrendering? Fuck, here's another one.
Another one, yeah.
You surrender now?
Yeah, why would people think that was like a feel-good story?
Yeah, I don't know what their thoughts were.
I don't know a Christopher Nolan movie that is a feel-good story.
No.
It's all got some nice drama to it.
I was watching a clip because Lex Friedman podcast. I like Lex Friedman because he's an NLA, he's an engineer, but he gets, obviously he's been on Rogan multiple times, started a podcast, but he gets big guests, like big time guests. He had Matthew McConaughey on.
Oh.
And I just watched a clip. He was asking him about being in that movie.
Which one?
Interstellar.
Oh.
Just Nolan stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked him a question about like his thoughts on, how much time obviously he goes down to that planet and it's like fucking 30 years or whatever it ends up being.
Mm-hmm.
And ends up out, his daughter's like fucking 80.
Yeah.
he asked him, and then just of the whole Matthew McConaughey of like, you've been in Hollywood too fucking long. Like, he gives this answer that is like, dude, that is not even the fucking question he asked, and you just went on this, hey, man, this, we did this, and I think if there's life out there of like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We just wanted to know how hard it was to play that role,
what
basically.
Do you think?
Yeah. We didn't want to know your answer about aliens, dude.
Well, again, then at one point he brought up of that other, it was a Jodie Foster movie that he was in, where it was like they dropped it and they kind of time traveled or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like it was whatever it was. He's like, I was in that movie and it was covering this of like alien lives and this, hey, Contact.
Okay.
And it's like, motherfucker, you didn't even need to be in that. You didn't need that role. They could have just cut you out and it fucking changed nothing of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I like, because he gets into, I like, obviously, one guy that spends a lot of time in the Amazon, and that's fucking interesting to me. And the Chris Tarbell, who was an FBI agent that is the one that brought down the Silk Road website, like the drug trafficking website, like that, and like that anonymous hacking group. He was part of brought that down. Of like, that's interesting shit to me, but it's like that kind of conversation. Of like, then Matthew McConaughey comes on, I'm like, all right, we'll fucking tune you in next time, Lex. This is a fucking mess. Like, you're getting a lot of views because of who he is, but this fucking conversation sucks. I'm the ambassador for something at Texas.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Culture.
Yeah.
That what it is? The ambassador of culture at Texas.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, okay. So you went to school here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're famous now and they're giving you a job.
Yeah.
How boring and not boring. It can't be that boring to listen to him talk, because I guarantee it's not about culture. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's him trying to give life lessons, but it's just stories about his life.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee it's not about
that's
culture.
kind of what it is.
Not about culture at all.
That's the interesting thing, too, of like the conversation that like comes up, like he's had with Woody Harrelson.
Mm-hmm.
Like that him and Woody Harrelson might be fucking brothers.
Yeah. Which is weird.
And they're like, yeah, have you ever tested or whatever? And Woody's like, well, it means nothing for me, but it means everything for him that his fucking father's not his father. Like, like you're asking him to take a fucking risk here.
No shit.
Hey, my dad that loved me my whole fucking life was not my fucking dad. It was Woody Harrelson's dad that was my dad. It's like, yeah, maybe don't get tested.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. Maybe just good be buddies.
Yeah. I love, that's like a fucking thought process that I love, is when this all fucking 23andMe shit came out, which you got to assume most of the things are fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
But they can pinpoint relatives. I mean, that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Of how many lives were fucking ruined.
Oh,
I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not my father.
Yeah.
You're not my father. Well, I think my brother told me this. Like, there was somebody that he'd met or known or whatever that did that and fucking found a daughter.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow.
But I think they ended up getting in contact and being like, yeah, I mean, I never knew.
Yeah.
It was like a trip. Of like,
wow.
Huh. That's,
that'd be some shit. That'd be wild. That'd be wild.
But it's also that I don't need to know if I'm fucking 6% German.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that matter?
Yeah, I don't really care.
Basic white. I mean,
yeah.
What are we doing?
Just a white guy.
Yeah.
Just a white guy.
That was, I think Conan O'Brien did that. That was the thing. He goes, where he actually got a call from the company of like, this never happens.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're 100% Irish.
Yeah.
He goes, what does that mean? He goes, like that, never, like nobody's 100% anything.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, what's that mean? He goes, probably some inbreeding.
Yeah.
That's why you're 6'7" with red fucking hair, pal.
Yeah. No shit. I didn't realize how funny Conan was when he never did his show. Like
Yeah.
after he did his show or like stuff that he's not involved
Yeah.
on, like that dude's funny.
Oh yeah,
Really funny.
those shows ruin fucking careers.
Yeah. His talk show he was annoying.
Yeah.
He was super annoying.
Yeah.
But like the shit that I've seen of him like backstage, like when he was writing for SNL and stuff, the dude's funny
Yeah.
as shit. Yeah.
Well, watching that shit too of like fucking Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. Funnier than hell.
Like the shit you were doing. I understand you're making a fuck ton of money
yeah.
at CBS, but
Yeah.
like, dude, like you're wasting your talent interviewing a celebrity for 8 fucking minutes. Like that shit you did. The fucking Dana Carvey show. Did you ever watch that documentary?
Yeah.
Of just like the shit they did of like, you just didn't give it enough time.
Yeah.
But when they said that, how Dana Carvey did that to sell like an ad for each week, and then they showed the commercial where it was Home Improvement, where his son might have cancer.
Yeah.
And it says, tune in for a heart-wrenching Home Improvement, followed by the Diet Mug Root Beer Dana Carvey show. But like you forget like all the shit that really hit like the ambiguously gay duo that was on Saturday Night Live. That came from Dana Carvey's show. They
just moved it over. Yeah.
Yeah, like all that. They aired all that stuff, and then
that's funny.
he said maybe the first episode they shouldn't have done. Bill Clinton had like cat nipples, and he was feeding cat. Like he opened it, and they had nipples. Like he goes, if we wouldn't have done that on the first show, it was like the first skit.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is this?
Oh man, but yeah, like Stephen Colbert when he's funny, when he's not, he's funny.
Yeah,
and it's the same. And I didn't realize how funny like Howie, what's the bald dude?
Oh, Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
Oh, his stand up was phenomenal.
Dude, him on podcast is hilarious. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing judging America's Got Talent, dude?
Do this shit.
You're funny.
Dude, his cartoon, like when I was a kid, it would come on like, before school or whatever, called Bobby's World.
Yeah.
And he did the little kid voice or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It was his cartoon. And now this is as a child, but like it fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like if he would like adapt that to doing something like an American Dad, or like he could make.
Yeah. I didn't watch his stand up. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not my era. Done it.
Yeah. I mean,
but him on like I've seen him. He has his own podcast.
Yeah.
He's hilarious on there. I'm like, what in the hell are you doing? America's Got Talent for, dude. I'm sure they pay him quite handsomely.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sure.
It's the same thing he did Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I knew him from.
Yeah.
Was Deal or No Deal. Only thing. And then obviously now when he does America's Got Talent, I'm like, you're funny.
Like, he was a fucking legendary comic.
Oh,
I mean,
wow. Yeah, funny stuff.
I can hate that shit.
Yeah.
These fucking TV. Which is obviously he did that shit, but like we're in a world now where like, hey man, just do your own shit. Like you'll make more money on fucking YouTube than you're gonna make from this shit, and you'll get canceled.
Yeah,
and they can just say, hey, we're not renewing this. See ya. Of like, you could just do your own shit and you own it.
Yeah. Have you seen? I think it might be HBO, where it's Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and the dude from Will and Grace.
Yeah.
Are like
I've just seen clips. Yeah.
They're interviewing. I think they're doing state to state, and they're interviewing one or two people that like they feel represent that state.
Yeah.
And they're interviewing. Oh man, like the one with him. Did I send you the one with him and Kevin Hart?
Where he's like, I'm Kevin fucking Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, Shark Tank. Oh, you presenting?
Bitch. I'm fucking Kevin Hart. No, then one was with David Letterman, and that one was awesome because he's funny too.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. They're just on like, and they have people come and like watch, and it was pretty cool.
I've seen a bunch of clips from it, and like when they're traveling and stuff, it was like, Jason Bateman's a great actor, but not because he acts, because that's who the fuck he is.
Yes.
Like he is.
Yes.
You watch these clips of how he interacts with people. That is
who he is.
It's just who he. Horrible Bosses is just him.
Yeah, that's just him.
The whole conversation about the shit in the shower and of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, him and like Will Arnett are like going at it about like what Will Arnett's eating, and he's like, "You fat fuck!" Like it's just like Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, it's. I thought it was some of the clips that I've seen look pretty funny.
Yeah.
But stuff like I like stuff like that because it's. I feel like you said, it's them. It's just them talking.
See your shit. I don't want to. I hate like with podcasts anymore. Like I can't even watch somebody do an interview like for a network of like, well, this is not you.
Yeah.
You sat down for an hour and they clipped out about 6 minutes to show us.
Yeah.
Just go sit with somebody that does way bigger fucking numbers and talk for a couple hours. Like I kind of want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
As opposed to just nothing.
You telling me what they told you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I want to find out how fucking weird you are.
Yeah.
Like you've lived in this shell of I'm a fucking movie star. This is what I think of. Like that's not the real fucking world.
I don't care what you think. I want to see what kind of person you are.
People should just do this. You know, we're not all on movies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Some of us have jobs. You're taking our jobs. Been catching a lot of people reacting to South Park.
Oh yeah,
for the first time, and I'd forgotten about how many fucking classics they have.
God, yeah,
and just. Boy, they fucking go after some people. I mean, unbelievably how they go after some people.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is you can't say shit.
Yeah.
Because they go after you for something, because you obviously have done something that deserves it. If you say something, they're coming right the fuck back.
Right after
I'm like,
you, yeah.
Hey, we cut some shit that's way fucking worse. We can just do that.
Yeah.
The whole Kanye West, I'm a genius, and you gay fish.
Yeah.
Think of like that made him, like he had to come out and say something like, yeah, I need to think about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a gay fish.
Yeah.
Do you like fish dicks? Yeah. You're gay fish. I'm a genius.
Oh,
that
man.
and the fucking, well, when I sent you that, because you didn't know the whole Timmy thing when I had sent you that fucking license plate.
Yeah.
But the whole Jimmy, this is a stand-up, but the way he stutters, that episode where Stan has Jimmy go tell his girlfriend that she's a continuing inspiration to him, and he keeps stuttering. He goes, Stan says, you're a cunt. You're a cunt. Oh, I fucking love it. The shit you get away with cartoons, man. I don't understand why everybody's not just doing cartoons.
Oh, my God. I remember being like 11 and watching Family Guy for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can do this? And then obviously watching South Park too, like Jesus Christ. And then American Dad hits it, and then they go to the extreme of like Big Mouth now.
That one, yeah, I watched like a couple seasons, which is funny, but then it was like the premise started getting old for me.
Yeah. I'm like, but the stuff that it's like, oh, it's a cartoon. It's like, yeah, but like there's a cartoon vagina talking. Like I don't think that's a thing.
Well, then Bill Burr did his thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you just say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his one was funny.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, they never really, like where his son banged the next door neighbor's girlfriend and got caught. And that was just kind of a cliffhanger that they never went back to.
Nope.
It was just, all right, that happened.
He was telling, I think it got brought up. He was on a podcast or an interview or whatever. And it got brought up about like, it was right after the show like premiered. And it was like, is that like true? Is that how your household? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, my dad did whatever. And he's talking about is like his little brother that he was still, because I remember, but he was still sitting in like a high chair. And this is like real life. Like he goes, yeah. And he was talking about like he didn't eat dinner. And so his mom told him, well, you can't, you have to eat it for breakfast. Like, okay. So next one, he's like, my mom always made good Sunday breakfast. It was like everything possible you could make. And he had to eat like this pot roast and green beans or whatever. And, mom was like, no, you can't have any after you're done eating. You were only eating that. And he told him, he's like, I hate you, Mom. He goes, here's a full glass of milk. My dad just picked it up and threw it at him. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
That was just like growing up, obviously, I'm sure sure your dad was the same way. Because I made a comment, like the guys were in the break room today, and obviously there's like a family that works for us, so there's a father and a couple kids and a nephew. Said something about, he's like, my back's hurting a little bit today. I said, I assume you got a recliner. He goes, yep. And I said, it's just like any dad. And our Mexican guy didn't get that. He's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
He's like, well, every dad has a recliner.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I said, well, you're a dad. Like you. He goes, well, what does that mean? I was like, every father has a fucking recliner that none of the kids are allowed to sit in.
Exactly.
Like when he walks in the house, that fucking recliner better be open.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
exactly. My dad didn't have a recliner. It was like when the Chays first came out.
I don't Chase.
Chase, whatever. I don't know.
I thought you said Jays, and I thought we were going to start
like
fighting Blue Jays again.
The Chays.
Fucking pricks.
And it was just it wasn't like it was just a single Chase. It wasn't anything. It wasn't like what do you want to call it? It was like a sectional. It was just that.
Just a chair.
Just a chair that basically like the El Camino of chairs. That's what it reminded me of. And then it was like you put your feet up.
Yeah.
So you're sitting with your feet up.
Yeah.
But that was his.
Yeah.
Nobody sat on it. Nobody did anything. It was his.
Yeah.
He had his own little nightstand beside it. It had his coaster. It had his coaster. Had a lamp. And that was reserved for him.
Dude, my dad, because he had a recliner, but had like had to stand next to it.
Yep.
Ashtray.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
Remotes. Stay there.
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
It's like that's fucking what it is, man.
That's great. That's great.
I'm guessing most people in this have the same fucking story of some sort.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing is the ashtray. He had this ashtray. It was probably like a 6-inch ashtray, and it, whatever that composite is, like it was plastic but not plastic. Whatever that composite is he had that in like in our hallway. We had like one of those little basketball rims set up, but it had like the rubber, the small rubber ball, not like a Nerf ball, but you could actually dribble it. And me and my brother would always, playing in there and doing shit.
Yeah.
And it was like my dad had done something and his ashtray was in the kitchen sitting on top of the microwave. I'm pretty sure the way this went down is I was, going up to take a shot and Sean just fucking rejects it.
Yeah.
And it flies, knocks his ashtray off, goes down, and breaks like a 2-inch chunk out of the side of it. So like if you picked it up, the ashes, if you tilted it at all, everything was falling out. He had been bought in ashtrays after that. He used to the day he fucking died.
He used that ashtray?
That ashtray.
Even with the chunk out of it?
Chunk out of it and everything.
Nice.
Never, didn't try to glue it, didn't try anything. Ashtray, my grandma would come back from like Vegas and here's an ashtray,
Yeah. That's what,
No. That and it was kind of like it wasn't pink, but it was like a mauve pink kind of color or whatever.
Yeah.
Big fucking chunk out of it for...
That's awesome.
I'm going to say when that fucking happened, I might have been in 6th grade.
Yeah. He kept it.
I mean,
that's great.
Like for fucking 20-some years.
Yeah. That's awesome. Just a chunk out of it and everything.
I mean, it's just like, no, just, you know. And then like use it when he'd go to dump it, he'd dump it out the hole in the side. Like,
this is great.
Yeah, just like never replacing that ashtray. Like it wasn't a special ashtray. Like there was no sentimental meaning to that fucking ashtray.
That's funny.
It was just, this is it.
That's what we're doing. But it's funny now, just when you say like dads and having like their recliners, like I'll talk to like kids nowadays and they're like, oh, like talking about like dinner.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, somebody said something one time of, yeah, my mom made this, but I didn't like it, so I had her cook something else. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I said, that's crazy. He's like, why? I was like, because you ate what your mom cooked.
Yeah.
And he's like, I said, yeah, like that was like, I can remember only one time in my life where we didn't eat what my mom cooked and she tried this new recipe and it was like lemon chicken and lemon rice. And my dad took a bite of it and said, we're getting pizza. That's the only time I remember us not eating something she cooked. And he's like, what if you didn't like it? I'm like, didn't matter. You ate it. It didn't matter. You didn't have an opinion.
This is what's for dinner.
Yes.
you eat it or you don't.
Oh, yeah.
That's, you're not getting anything else.
You're not getting anything else. Yeah. He's like, and then the kids were like, oh, I was like, you guys live a very nice life where your mom's going to make you something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was nothing else. Something else was tomorrow night's dinner.
That is one thing that, thinking about that too, of like that little fucking basketball hoop we had up in like it was literally in a fucking hallway. Like we were playing like games.
Yeah, in a hallway.
In a fucking hallway.
That's awesome. That's great. That's awesome.
It's like, I mean, to the point of like, hey, here's where the free throw would be from. Obviously, in the you're 2 feet in front of the rim, so you had to go
from
into
the side.
You had to go from the side, like kind of into the kitchen to make it long enough.
Nice.
It wasn't like it was a fucking long hallway.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like you're in the kitchen.
And you kind of like
gotta
tilt
be
to
from
the
here,
side,
and you gotta.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Where's the free throws?
Yeah,
that's great.
That was like all the fucking little games you just make up. And me and my dad would, when I first started playing golf, those little wiffle ball, like golf balls, plastic golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're not wiffle balls; they're
but I know
plastic golf balls.
Yeah,
we had a whole course laid out, and nice. After he'd get off work, like that's what we would do.
Nice.
He would use a 9-iron, and I would use a wedge. Like you only got one club.
Yeah,
and it was like we would have some drag out fucking battles of like, like the hole one goes, out this way. And like the driveway was a fucking pond, and like you had to hit the object. So it was like out to the fire hydrant, had to hit the fire hydrant. Then around, it was a par 5. You couldn't hit it over the house. You had to go around the house and hit the rock that was in the front yard.
Nice.
And it was like, the telephone pole was fucking tough.
Yeah, that was a tough hit.
You were fucking 5 feet away and fucking miss that thing, and now you're back of like, God damn. Then the wind starts blowing, and like,
because that ball's gone. That ball's gone.
We would do that,
Yeah,
of like that's just what we. Now it's like it's so boring here. It's like, well, go fucking hit a wiffle ball out in the fucking yard.
Yeah, go find something to do.
Jesus,
not that hard to find something. Be creative.
Go out there and just kick a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was my fun.
Yeah. Somebody, I think I was talking, it got brought up with like, as my superintendent. And she said something about, early morning, I have early morning outside duty. In the spring, sun's coming up and it's killer right there. And she's like, man, sun's really bright this morning. I said, I know. I said, my record is 5 seconds. And she's like, what does that mean? I'm like, yo, you never had a contest to like stare at the sun? And she'd stop and she looks at me and she starts rolling laughing and she goes, no. I'm like, okay, go on. And she's like, you crack me up. I'm like, yeah, no, it's totally being funny.
Yeah.
No, like we had totally, how long could you stare at the sun for?
Me neither.
Yeah. Oh, no, me either. I didn't do it for 4 seconds.
You ever do this? No.
Yeah,
me neither.
Yeah,
I was just checking.
Yeah. I heard some idiot did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sun stare.
That was always my favorite things about fucking childhood, because everybody has the same shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always, and I'm talking about, obviously, getting in trouble and stuff. That's just is what it is. But I'm talking about, like, obviously where I grew up, there was an abandoned house that was near us that they ended up tearing down. But how kids come up with fucking stories of like, hey, there's a fucking Mickey Mantle rookie card in there. We can find it. And like you kind of sneak into this house. And there was another one that was downtown that is like, hey, man, like there's like a briefcase that has like $5,000 in it. It's like, how the fuck does this come up to be? I'm like, hey, we can get it in this house. We get some flashlights.
We can find
nobody has a flat. Nobody has any batteries. It's like, how does that come up? But like everybody believes, there is a fucking, once in a lifetime baseball card
in this abandoned house
that is fucking falling down. And they, I'm like, well, because that was a funny thing too, of like, especially our, when they were taking that down, it was I don't know if they still do it, where a fire department will practice on a house. Like they'll just burn it down and then, work on controlling it and stuff. And it got so hot that it melted the siding on our fucking house.
Oh, shit.
And it was across the street.
Oh, shit.
Like, so they had to come replace all our siding. I'm like,
feel like
I think you might have used too much accelerant.
Yeah,
because it wasn't like it was fucking close.
Yeah, I think you may have got that too hot of fire, guys. Oh, that's funny.
That I had a thought too because I seen it on TikTok of like the couple of like the dad. Like he's sitting with a fishing pole and he's got on a wiffle ball and he holds it out and his kid hits it and then he reels it back in. Just, like, hey, you're thinking. There's another one with a golf doing that. And I fucking did that once.
Oh, yeah?
And I tied a string of like I wanted to chip, take a full, because I couldn't take full swings and,
Yeah.
Man, it ripped right off that fucking tree, and it hit the fucking church right across the street. Like, it was like, boom.
I gotta rethink this one.
Yeah, it was when I was first learning to play the game.
Yeah.
Let me try this so I can take this shot because I didn't have a fucking net that I could hit into. Let me try this. Boom. It didn't work. I put enough tape on there. I thought it would be okay. It was fucking not.
It was not okay. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's just some of the games that you come up with are our big thing was like trying to you tried to make a ramp out of everything.
Yeah.
And you die. I mean, it just you smack your face off the handlebars of a bike or anything like that. Or the big thing when we were kids though was airsoft came out.
Yeah.
And that was like we would have all out wars of just airsoft guns. I mean, I remember when it first came out. And my dad bought them, and he's like, "Hey, we could have like wars like this in the backyard." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I wonder how bad they hurt." And I'm like, "Oh, I said, I wonder how bad they hurt." He goes, "Oh, it can't be that bad." He's like, "Just go stand over there real fast."
Yeah.
He fucking shot me with it, and I'm like, "Oh no, it doesn't hurt that bad." He goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "You shoot me now," and I was like, "Okay." He goes, "Oh yeah, we're fine." Like, okay, well that's good. I'm glad we're practicing on each other from 5 feet away.
I love that. And I think I've told this story before of like playing in Little League and my dad would throw in batting practice and when the one kid was scared of the ball, so dad fucking hit him.
Yeah. Not afraid anymore.
That hurt? No.
Okay.
Stop stepping out.
Yes.
The fact that you can
beam a kid.
Beam a kid that's not yours.
Yeah.
And everybody's okay with it. Hey, well, you fucking deserve it.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn to not be afraid of the ball. That is one of the toughest things when you go from like coach pitch to like a kid pitch, and it was like, you need to get hit by a ball. Yeah, you're deathly afraid of that ball coming at you because it's not coming fast. You think it's coming 1,000 miles an hour because you've never seen it before. But I remember I had to play up like 2 grades.
Yeah.
Because my sister would have played on the same nights I did. So they bumped me up. And so like I would have been, if I'm like 5th grade, I would have been playing with like 7th graders or whatever before it went over to Pony League, however it worked out. And so we played on opposite days. These kids are throwing a lot faster than kids my age. And I remember I got hit in the shoulder one time and I'm like, oh, like, I think my arm's going to fall off. And, like, I started to cry. And I looked back at the dugout, and my dad's... And he just stared at me. And I'm like, don't cry. Don't cry. If I cry, it's going to be worse at home. Don't cry. But you know what I mean? But then it doesn't hurt. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, it's not that bad.
Because I had a similar thing. Because my dad coached Little League.
Mm-hmm.
I never played Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Because dad coached Little League.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I went from fucking T-ball to Little League.
That's funny.
And I'm playing with, I don't how old you are when you get out of fucking T-ball.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to play Pee Wee for 2 fucking years before you go to Little. I played Little League for 4 years. But it was like, there's some arguments to that too, because like all my friends are playing Pee Wee.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
have to play Little League.
Well, it's basically, I'm up with like your uncle.
Yeah.
And like, hey, these guys are way fucking older than me.
Yeah.
Especially at that time.
Uh-huh.
Like, all right, I guess I'll go out here and play second base because that's a bitch position. Yeah. But also, I'm only 7. Yeah.
These kids have armpit hair.
This kid just hit a fucking home run.
Oh, that's funny.
Then I wish there was obviously video. I mean, there was video. but it's pretty shitty and not readily available.
Yeah.
Of like, I wish I had video of like my first, like you go against a kid that throws really fucking hard. And just remembering that in your mind of like standing in that box. But then to have the video to see how fucking slow it was.
Yeah, because in your mind, like, that fucker's
fucking
coming
that's
in.
100 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's
and
coming
then,
in so hot.
Just fucking looping in there.
Yeah, that is the funny parts. Thinking about all that. That's funny.
Yeah, that was some good fucking times, man.
Good stuff.
Growing up playing fucking baseball on a team that I'm not supposed to fucking be on.
I was like that with everything.
Yeah.
If I could play up, it was like, yeah, you're playing up. It's like, damn it. This sucks.
You know, like all the kids my age that I go to school with and I'm friends with are playing here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm.
Oh, I remember. So there was T-ball and then there was G-ball. I don't know what the difference is.
What that is.
You didn't hit off a tee all the time.
Oh, like the coach pitch shit?
Yeah, coach pitch. But if you didn't hit it in 3 strikes, you got to hit off a tee.
Okay.
I didn't get that. I didn't have that opportunity.
I don't think that even existed when I was.
No. It was like, no, if you don't hit these 3 pitches, you can go sit down. It's like, fuck, okay, that's not fun. Like my one buddy would just like miss on purpose so he could hit it off the tee and like crank it out there. I'm like, guy's smart. Why are we doing that?
That was the, we went from T-ball.
Yeah.
And then fucking pitch. Like there was no coach pitch didn't exist. So if that kid is fucking wild, you might be there all night. This fucking kid ain't throwing a strike and fucking.
This is a 9-hour baseball game, guys. We gotta go home.
What the fuck?
It's the 3rd inning.
That was like I and you always think about this like just like our T-ball team, obviously, because you always have an A team and a B team, or 1 and 2. I think is what. Obviously, I was on 1. Nick's. I think mom was our coach actually, but like I think his dad and my dad would kind of help out, but she was the coach of like all the best players on this fucking team, and fucking team 2 was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
But I remember like taking infield practice and like actually throwing people out at first base.
Oh, really?
In T-ball.
Yeah.
Like that happened. And then watching like, people play of like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Nobody's out.
Like nobody's
Everybody
doing
hits.
Everybody. Well, you went through the whole lineup still.
Yeah.
But like if you hit a ground ball to fucking third base, pretty good chance you were getting fucking thrown out.
Yeah.
I mean, and now it's just like, what do I do with this ball?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Well, I remember taking infield practice, and Nick actually threw the weird thing to remember when you're fucking 5 years old or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When it's pretty memorable because I think Nick was playing either shortstop or third, and I was playing first. And here's another one. Like obviously, Nick throw the ball pretty hard.
Yeah.
Now thinking back, it was probably 15 mile an hour because fucking not very old.
Yeah.
But he throws it, and it kind of. I try to scoop it out of the dirt, kind of short hops it, but obviously, fields have rocks and shit.
Yeah.
And it hit me right in the fucking eye. Like, this fucking game sucks.
I hate this game. This game.
Fucking sucks.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, and it all goes downhill, man. Fucking baseball was. I don't understand what happens to high school. Like some of the best times, like fucking Little League and fucking Pony League was still good.
Yeah.
Then you get to high school and like you'd have 20 guys on your fucking Pony League team. You 1 year later, you fucking like 10.
Yeah.
Can't barely of like, why did everybody fucking quit? I mean, this is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good time. I mean.
I absolutely hated baseball with a passion. Hey, one, I wasn't very good at it. So it's probably one of the reasons why I didn't like it. And I just it never clicked. And I remember practicing very hardcore, like, trying to hit the ball, going to batting cages, trying to pitch. And I could always catch pop flies and stuff. And I could always throw the ball fine. But when it got up to that batter's box, I couldn't hit fucking shit. I couldn't hit anything. And to me, it just wasn't fun. I don't know if it wasn't enough action.
Yeah.
Like, we're 8. There's like 2 people who can catch fly balls. Outfield. Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Well, nobody hits in the outfield when you're 8.
No.
So it's like standing there.
The outfield is the edge of the fucking dirt.
Yeah, like I'm trying to catch like the ball like with my bare hands because I'm bored. It's like, this sucks. All right, time to bat. Oh, he struck out. Fuck, why does it happen every time?
Yeah. That was I was never a fucking great hitter. Contact wise, I didn't strike out a lot.
Yeah.
And I walked a lot, and I have 1 career home run.
Nice.
Big shot.
Yeah.
Left center. I mean, fucking towering shot. Like, fucking Aaron Judge would be like, Jesus Christ, that kid hit the fuck out of that ball.
Papa seams.
Pretty. It could have. I never seen the ball again. I was also pitching that game. It's a great fucking game.
Uh-huh.
I was throwing a shutout at the time.
Nice.
And hit a home run. What the fuck else do you want?
Walk off.
At 4:30 on a Tuesday in fucking high school. But it just, and then especially because I was talking to my old coach at graduation party. He's talking about the Acme program because Acme is the most fun.
Yeah.
Because there is no practice.
Yeah,
exactly. You just play
games.
Fucking games.
Yeah.
But no, like we didn't. Yeah, I mean, we had to cancel. I don't know if I played a full season at Acme my whole time in
he had to cancel
high school
the games because couldn't find anybody to come out and play.
Well, Dad would coach, and he goes, "Hey, first time we don't have enough guys, and I have to cancel a game, cancel the season. Like, I'm not doing this shit."
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's like 2 games in, it's like season's over. Like,
shit,
what the fuck? And it was on a Saturday. It's supposed to be a fucking double header.
Oh God!
Team drives in. We ain't got enough fucking kids.
There I go home.
They had practice on our field.
Nice.
And fucking went home.
Nice. That's funny.
Yeah, fucking good times,
Good
man.
times.
Now the Reds are in first fucking place.
Holy shit! 10 games in a row or
Talking
something like that.
baseball and basketball on this show.
Nobody's
fucking
listening.
mess. No, nobody gives a fuck. The fuck about it. It's a couple tubby guys, what they used to do back when they were fucking 7.
Yeah. It's great. Hey, it's good.
I was the greatest. Won a championship, multiple. I'm a multiple-time champion. You fucking kidding me? I always love that too in the T-ball thing of like last batter and everybody backs up because that's the kid that can fucking rip it.
Yep. Everybody get out of the way.
The amount of I'll tell you what though, like when you think about it, the people that design the fucking tee, the beating that those things take of people that just fucking rip that tee and never touch the ball of like I mean the fact that this not broken every fucking game is something.
Something else. I can remember going up to bat one time, and nobody said anything, but I got up to bat. It was been like my second time up to bat, and I thought, and people were like moving closer, and I thought, and I had no clue why. I was an idiot. I was like, man, why the hell are they getting closer? It's because I obviously couldn't fucking but like nobody, like, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't anybody that yelled like scoot up or anything like that. So I was like, oh, maybe they're just like getting in position. But it fucking happens so much because I was just so goddamn bad at baseball. Like, this kid's not gonna hit it anywhere. Yeah. Why is it he's bigger than everybody on this goddamn baseball team, but he can't hit it past the pitcher?
Dude, I remember let's see, I'd probably still been in T-ball. My brother probably would have been in Little League at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this kid, like the biggest kid on the team. Fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But like he only had enough kids. Like he had to play fucking right field once in a while. I mean, you just fucking had to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that he graduated. I couldn't tell you his name. I don't know if he graduated. But like never got on base.
Yeah.
Fucking ever.
Yeah.
And finally did one day.
Yeah.
Like he got fucking walked or something.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think he got hit by a pitch. Like you got to take that picture. Like this guy hadn't touched a fucking baseball ever. And you're fucking hitting him? I mean, so like the next guy gets a hit and he's going first to third. And like he'd been on base so rarely.
Yeah.
That he treated third base like first base and he ran through the bag.
Oh, shit.
And then as he's coming back, the guy just fucking tagged him.
Oh, good stuff.
Still nothing better, though, than getting a fucking Little League game or whatever fucking canceled because the parents were getting in a fucking fight. It's like the first inning I had that happen.
Nice.
Game's over.
Yep. Parents fighting.
And a big fucking guy, which I'll tell you the dad's name, and you'll understand.
Yeah.
Was following the umpire to his vehicle, like gonna beat his fucking ass.
That makes sense.
Like, like, well, I mean, obviously he's still a kid at that point.
Yeah.
So the fucking game, we've played like an inning.
Yeah.
The fucking game's just over.
This is stupid. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I guess not. I mean, I guess we're done. Oh shit. I don't know if I have anything else.
I don't. We're just recalling stories of our past.
It's fucking great times, man.
I
love thinking about my glory days when I was so good at baseball that I had to get moved up. I was too good to play pee-wee. Or my dad was the coach. One of the two.
One of the two.
I'm a shitty athlete. I just was born into a family of a dad that coached. Shit. All right, let's get out of here.
WideSide?